taking a moment to appreciate all that's beautiful about this situation. And I'll probably even take pictures later. My phone is propped up on this brick thing, chimney thing. It has this plant with little berries next to it, and it's gorgeous. And if I look over there, there's a waterfall and forsythia bushes, and I wouldn't have seen those things today if I had been in the studio. And I would have preferred to be in the studio because I know the lighting and sound dynamics of the studio. But one of my skill sets is in choosing with my mind to focus my attention on things that uplift me or help me to feel lighter. And for me personally, if my mind is just given free rein without that mindful intention, it doesn't necessarily choose to focus on the beauty or the good that's available to be seen. And then from there, my body begins to deteriorate. So I've actually made a lifestyle and hopefully a income creating profession out of really connecting choice with my mind and my body. And I am all too familiar with having a body that doesn't function as it's supposed to or as I want it to. And for that reason, I definitely choose to focus more of my teaching and my classes towards people who don't think that they can practice yoga. So with that in mind, I'll probably begin to offer more gentle classes as like a build-up to the more challenging or fast-paced movements. And I think that might be my new format, and I would love your feedback. So, enough chatter. Chitta fritters, that's what yogis call it, the chitta fritters. We're gonna become mindful. Heads up, I might get distracted by my kids. When I walked the dog, they were sleeping, and they might be waking up and coming out. And that's also yoga, choosing to let natural rhythms of life flow together and create something beautiful. And they're like wild, feral spirits, so they're kind of inspiring. Okay, so let's connect with the mind first. Get into a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. If you can get outside and put your feet on the grass or the dirt, do it. Trust me. And then from there, make sure that you really feel your seat grounding down as if your spine had roots growing out of your tailbone down into the earth. You can also have those roots growing from your feet, digging through the dark, cool soil, allowing your roots to grow deeper and deeper, connecting you to this beautiful planet. And then from there, really lifting up through the spine, through the center of your body, pulling your muscles in towards the spine, engaging everything. And then as you exhale, softening anything that can be softened while still keeping a strong, tall, straight spine. And let's imagine that we have a pencil on the top of our head, and we're drawing a little tiny circle with that pencil using just our neck and head. And you can gradually spiral that circle out larger and larger, drawing spirals up to God or the universe. Going at your own pace. The main thing, though, is that you're really isolating the movement to the muscles of the neck and head. And then we'll change directions and spiral from a large circle, smaller and smaller, into tiny circles. Visualize a pencil on the tip of your nose, drawing a little circle there, gradually growing larger and larger, so that circle becomes a spiral, a vortex. And then going the other way, starting with a large circle and gradually making it smaller and smaller. Head back up to center. Let's make circles with the shoulders. Let's shrug the shoulders up and then draw them back and down, coming forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward and up, back, and down. And then we'll change directions. Shrugging the shoulders back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Awesome. Reach your arms out to the side. You can make peace signs or the discipline finger, whatever finger you want. You could do different finger mudras. This one is actually a finger mudra for the respiratory system, a hand mudra. But for me personally, I'm going to do the peace sign today. I'm going to reaching out with my peace sign, and I am going to send that peace out into the world around me, drawing little spirals, gradually making them larger and larger. Now my belly is still engaged. My core is still active. I'm still very conscientiously thinking about my center line, pulling up through my chakras, through my bandhas, through the center of my body and out through the crown of my head, as well as grounding down through those roots that we created at the beginning. And then we'll circle the other way, starting large and going smaller and smaller. And then we'll let that go. Let your shoulders relax for a moment. We're going to incorporate a little bit of belly dance wisdom. So with just the chest, like the rib cage and all of the muscles in that region, in the chest and in the back of the body, we're going to draw a little tiny circle with just the chest. Just play with this. Have fun. We can break it down by lifting the chest up and then dropping the chest down, lifting the chest up, dropping the chest down, sliding to one side, back to center, slide to the other side, back to center. Notice how almost everything else is staying still and it's just my chest. So let's go top, side, down, side, top, side, down, side. And then smooth that out, drawing a circle with the chest and rib cage, activating all of the muscles of the upper torso, but still engaging the belly and the lower back to make this movement possible, to isolate just the chest. You're squeezing the lower part of the torso so that you can liberate movement and isolation in the upper part of the torso. Let's draw those circles in the other direction. Okay, so now we drew a circle with our chest on this plane, right? We can also take that same circle shape and change what plane we're drawing it in. Okay, so now I'm gonna draw a circle with my chest and rib cage and the muscles of the upper body. I'm gonna squeeze the belly, still ground down through my tailbone and through my feet. And I'm gonna push my chest slightly forward, come back through center, push my chest slightly back. Okay, play with that a little bit, forward and back. Okay, and then come back to center and go side. So the side is basically the same as it was when we drew our chest circles this way. So play with going side to side, isolating just the muscles of the upper torso, but squeezing the lower body to help liberate the movement and the isolation in the chest. Okay, come back to center, and we're going to draw a circle with our chest and our rib cage in this way. Not this way, this way. But the side points remain the same, and we're making a sphere. So drawing the chest circle in one direction. We'll go around at least 3 times in one direction, and then we'll go the other way. Now, I don't know about you, but I actually feel this all the way down into the hip area, especially because I'm seated. That caused me to actually isolate the hips, and my muscles are having a different reaction to this. Okay, so we're gonna play with the hips for a moment too. Let's stand up. And just to add a layer onto it, we'll turn this into one of our Tai Chi warm-up exercises. I'm going to turn around so that you can see what I'm doing here with my hands in the back of the body. I'm going to be at an angle so you can hear me too. So my thumbs are pushing in on either side of my spine, not directly on the center of the spine, but on either side of the spine. And I'm going to do hip circles in this direction, not this direction, but this direction, with my fingers pressing on either side of the spine. And I can work my way down the whole spine while doing the hip circles. And it's like I'll have my fingers here and I'll do a circle, and then after I've completed that circle, I'll just bring them down 1 centimeter or 1 inch. And then we'll also do it the other direction, working our hips in the opposite direction and working our fingers back up along the spine. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate. I'm reaching up as high as I can here, and my core is still engaged, and I'm going to start drawing hip circles. Lowering the fingers. Lowering them right onto the hips, onto the glutes. And then let's circle in the other direction. And then lifting the fingers up. Continuing to circle the hips. Moving the fingers up. Circling the hips. Fingers up. Circle hips. Fingers up. Circle hips. Okay, cool. So we played with circles and energy and posture and activating muscles to liberate movement in other parts of the body. And we just moved a little bit into more of a Tai Chi or Qigong thing. So let's also play with this. This is one of my favorites. So you can start with your hands like this, like a little cup under your belly button, about 2 fingers below your belly button. And then you're going to reach one arm out to the side and then draw the hand up to center and rotate it so that you're making a half prayer and draw it through the center. This is a physical practice that helps you center your mind, your emotions, and your physical body. And then you're going to switch hands, reaching out, and you can be like letting go of whatever thoughts don't serve you right now, and then recentering yourself, letting go of someone else's judgment or just resting bitch face. Recenter yourself. You don't need to let any of these things linger in your energy field and in your physical body, because you will become unwell. And then you can also use this as a movement meditation to send your requests out to the universe. Like, I request that more people view my class and benefit from it, and that I can actually pay the business rent. Yay! I'm sending that prayer or that request or that wish out into the universe, and then drawing it through my center. And then if I sent that request or that wish out to the universe, and I have any lingering disbelief or doubt, I can bring my attention back to releasing it. Just let the doubt go. Letting go of any resistance, any insecurity, any judgments. And then tune my attention, now that I've released those things, tune my attention back into what I want to create, what I dream of, what I want to manifest, and how I want to contribute back to the world. And with that, you're also working through your shoulders in a really great way. Let's continue to play with the shoulders. Bring your arms out to the side, palms facing the sky, hands up to a high prayer, and then draw that down to center. Linking the breath with the movement is key. So let's reach the arms out as you inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drawing through center. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Those mental, meditative practices we were just playing with can still work here. Reaching out, sending up your wishes, and then drawing it down through your center. Also releasing, okay? Hands in prayer center, and then let go. Do that a few more times. Awesome. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to turn my chair so that we can see my spine a little bit. So your spine and your hips have a couple different motions that I think are really important to play with every single day. So we have extension and flexion. And actually that happens for all parts of your body. Everything has flexion and extension. Your arms, your legs, your toes, everything. But we're going to focus mainly on the spine because that's the center point that supports and controls the rest of the body. So let's maybe grab something so that we feel really stable. And as you inhale, lifting up and extending. As you exhale, squeeze the belly, rounding down. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Do that a few more times. Exhale. Moving with the breath, so work at your own pace. Awesome. Come back to center. And then you're also going to want to stretch through each side of your body. So I'm going to go ahead and rest one elbow here on the armrest. And I'm going to make sure I'm not crunching this too much. I still want to create space here. I want to lengthen as many muscles as I can and open through the body. Somebody just ate somebody's eggs. All right, and then the other arm is going to reach up. And I feel like I might crunch my neck here. So I'm actually going to bring my elbow down to my thigh instead so that I can create more space here. I don't want to crunch anything. I want to create space through the body. And then I'm going to reach my opposite arm up. And as I exhale, reaching over as much as I can without crunching the left side of my body. So really creating space through the right side and left side. Breathing into the side stretch. And then come back up to center. Pause, take a breath in between. And then my right elbow is going to come to my right thigh. Extend the left arm up. Make sure that I'm not crunching on either side of the body, left or right. I'm creating spaciousness and lifting through my spine. And as I exhale, reaching over and using the breath to go deeper and deeper. Coming back up to center. And then from here, we'll play with our forward fold a little bit. If you want to create more traction in the lower back or in the chest, you can just grab like a pillow or a rolled up blanket. To create traction in the back, you would press that pillow or blanket to the lower abs. If you want to create traction between the shoulder blades to really open that space up and breathe into it, you would just rest the pillow more towards your knees. And then you're going to fold over onto that pillow or blanket. So getting long and lifting through the spine, and then exhale, keeping your spine as straight as you can at first. Rounding down through the feet, engaging your core and your Mula Bandha, and then really exhale, releasing into that forward fold. And let's also play with the neck rotation here. Nice and slowly, looking from side to side. And then just let yourself hang over and take 3 deep breaths. Slowly rolling back up to a straight spine. And then we're gonna cross our legs. And for this, we're gonna actually do like the lady leg crossing, not the figure 4. That's a good one too. But I want you to stack one knee as close as you can on top of the other. There's some variation of crossing your legs. Now, if you can't do this and you have like a little ottoman or a box or a yoga brick that you can put your foot on, that's cool too. And think about pulling your thighs together. And then from here, so I crossed my left leg over my right leg, and now I'm going to squeeze my belly and twist my heart towards the left side. So my lower body is twisting towards the right and my upper body is twisting towards the left. Lift through the spine, engage the core, and as you exhale, twist. You can grab onto the arm or the back of the chair or whatever you got, but focus mainly on lifting as you twist. Breathing deeply into the twist. It's incredibly detoxifying. Still grounding down through your base, through your tailbone and through your feet, visualizing roots anchoring you to the earth. One more breath. Gradually come back to center. Untwist the legs. Take a breath. And then we'll do the other side. Crossing right leg over left. Lifting through your spine. Engage your core. And twist your chest towards the right. Coming back to center. I'm going to pause here and talk for a moment about breath. Part of the reason I want to do this class and engage people to participate with me instead of just putting out recorded classes is because there's this beautiful thing that connects us when we're intentionally doing the same thing and breathing at the same time, even if we're not in the same physical space. Like our consciousness and our energy is connected. And for me, normally by the fourth breath, I can begin to feel a shift in my body. And I'm really excited about how connected we can still be by practicing together in this way. So now we're going to do a little bit of standing work. I'm pretty sure last time we did tree standing, and that was cool. But for today, I've just been playing with more movement that can be fun instead of challenging. So I just want to invite us to wiggle around a little bit, maybe bring some of my dance background into our stay-at-home practice. So put on some good music. And then do this move to the rhythm, okay? And you can rest your hand on a counter or the back of a chair to support yourself. And you're not even going to realize that you're balancing on one foot because you're going to have so much fun having your own little dance party. So make sure that you have everything that makes you feel safe to play in this way. And then we're going to bring the knee up. And when you do that, you're also hiking the hip up and then kick it out to the side and bring it back down. And actually, I want to add another layer. So we're going to bring the hip and the knee up, kick it out to the side, bring it up again, and then place it back down. That might make it easier for you to bop through this with whatever rhythm you're listening to. I'm not a musician, but I know a couple things about rhythm. All right, so just play with that. Hiking, kicking out, hiking it up, placing it down. Hiking it up, kicking it out, hiking it up, placing it down. Up, out, up, down, up, out, up, down, up, out, up, down. Engage your core. Out, up, down. Lift your chest. out, up, down, up, out, up, down, up, out, up, down. You can also change sides. All right, so have fun with this. Let's do a little modified dance party. Make sure that your standing leg has a slightly bent knee. Don't lock into the knees. And then lift through your whole spine. Keep your spine lifted, keep your belly strong. And you're gonna hike the knee and the hip up, and then out, and then up, and then down. Maintain all of that postural stuff. The knee is bent, the foot is grounded, the core is engaged, the heart is lifted and open. Okay, up, out, up, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, at your own rhythm, at your own pace. Have fun with that. You can do that one without me anytime that you're feeling like you need to generate some energy in the body, create some play in your life. Yeah, I'm not going to preach too much right now. Let's do some meditation. Get comfortable, grounding down through your base, visualizing roots digging down through your feet, through your seat, down into the earth beneath you, connecting to the planet. And then pulling up through your center, through your chakras, through your bandhas, through your spine. Making sure that the ears are directly above the shoulders, which are directly above the hips. Having good alignment for your body so that energy flows optimally. Closing the eyes if you haven't already. Tune your attention inward. Go ahead and have your own journey with the mind, or follow my prompts. Scanning through the body piece by piece. Noticing what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. With your breath, send healing, loving intention to any areas of the body that are grabbing your attention and needing nurturing. Visualizing that the breath can travel directly to that muscle or joint. As you exhale, melting away. Relax, release, let go. Tuning into the breath. And visualizing yourself sitting in a big, fluffy couch. Really sinking into the cushy cushions. Maybe you have a warm blanket covering you. With each exhale, surrendering the full weight of your body into that big, comfy couch, the kind of couch that just swallows you. Sinking deeper and deeper into the comfort of the cozy couch. Visualizing yourself sitting on that couch as if you were watching a character in a movie or on a show. Seeing all the details of the couch and how comfortable you look, what the room looks like. Also imagining that there's a remote control in your hand. With that remote control, you can power down, you can power up, you can fast forward, rewind, change channels, pause. You can do whatever you want with that remote control. And remember, you're looking down on yourself in this big comfy couch with the remote control in your hand. And then imagine that you can see from your mind's eye, from the third eye, a projection going out onto the wall in front of you. As if the thoughts that are going through your mind are projected onto this wall in front of you. And you can see it. So now you're witnessing yourself, witnessing your thoughts. Play with that. Remember, the remote control is in your hand. Allowing the thoughts to come up and project out onto the screen before you. Removing personal attachment to these thoughts. Just witnessing them with an outside perspective. Remembering you can change channels. You can pause, fast forward, rewind. Play with this. Explore. Use the exhale to melt anything that feels heavy or scary. And then tune your attention back into what you want to play with, what you want to see, what you want to explore. Just visualizing ourselves sitting on a big comfy couch, really sinking into that couch with the remote control in our hand, and our third eye projecting our thoughts onto a screen in front of us to be seen, as if it was a play or a movie or a show. Just witnessing. No need to explain, control, judge, justify, just witnessing what's going on, what comes up. And then, because we are limitless beings, let's go ahead and assume that we are the writer of this story, of this projection, of this play. What would you create? Visualizing the perfect day, projecting it through the third eye of the you that you're witnessing. Seeing all of the details of what a perfect day in the life of you would look like. You can control what season it is. You can control who the other players or actors are, what activities are engaged in. You can skip certain details for now, fast forward. You can rewind if you forgot something. Play with that. Create the perfect day. Visualizing yourself sitting on a big comfy couch with the remote control in your hand, and the projection of your perfect day coming from your third eye and projecting onto a wall or a screen in front of you to be seen. Take another moment with this, getting in any last details, knowing that you can play with this at any time, creating the perfect day in the mind's eye. As you exhale, releasing any resistant judgment, doubt, letting go. And then tune all of your attention back to the breath, appreciating the balance of inhale and exhale. Also appreciating those moments of stillness on either side of the inhale and exhale. sending the breath to any areas that still call for attention, whether it's in the body, the mind, the heart. Press your palms together in front of your heart. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Namaste. Thanks, that was fun.